Alright, it's time for Pokemon news, but before we do, let's roll that intro. Hey Gengar Gang, what is going on? My name is Ryan, this is the Analytic Gengar, and welcome to another video. In today's video, friends, we take a look at some recent news that PokeBeach has broken about a variety of different things. Today's video comes in no particular order, it's just that we are a few weeks out from the launch of Lost Origins, one of Sword and Shield Era's last sets, and then, in addition to that, we got news of a Ultra Premium collection coming out this October, and yeah, safe to say it's going to be a big one. So, as always, the links to these articles will be down below if you are interested in checking out. PokeBeach is a super reliable, super consistent form of Pokemon news for the trading card game, so if you are interested, I definitely recommend bookmarking them and checking them out. Of course, as always, if you like today's video, definitely feel free to leave a like, and hey, you're already here. If you like today's content, definitely feel free to subscribe to help out the Gengar Gang. But other than that, let's jump right on in. So, way back in July, actually, PokeBeach broke news and rumors started swirling of a new Ultra Premium collection and a V-Box in October. Now, obviously, no one cares about the V-Box, everybody cares about the UPC. And people had questions. Immediately, people speculated that it might be related to a Celebrations reprint, and although that may or may not be in the pipeline, there is definitely confirmation of a new Ultra Premium collection releasing in America and Europe in October. It's going to retail for about $120 US. I think that is about 150 euros. So it will come with, and in no particular order, a foil special art V-Star, V-Max, and V-Card, all of which will be etched. You also get 16 booster packs, a collector's guide, and then a whole bunch of other danky stuff. You know, some very typical stuff here, right? So you have your foil stitched playmat, your set of sleeves, your metallic coins. So it almost behaves like a ETB at that point, but obviously everyone's eyes were immediately caught and hyperfixated on these three items here, because they're probably going to be exclusive cards that you only get from purchasing this ETB, typical with, well, basically any other Pokemon product that contains a card. Now, what's interesting is that we on the channel have already kind of talked about the beauty of Ultra Premium collections, so I thought this would be a cool follow-up to the last video that I put out, which was about the collectability of these Ultra Premium collection type of products that Pokemon tends to release. And obviously, just a quick recap, but two were associated with holiday sets. One was a general collection for the Sword and Shield series, and at this time, we're not sure if this product is indicating a new holiday set for 2022. Now, that was an interesting thing that I noted. In the past, right about now, maybe a little bit later on, is when we get indication of some sort of special holiday set. It typically releases in the fall, right? So that's right about the time when Hidden Fates released late summer and then extended its way into late fall. And then additionally, we, usually get some news about, hey, this is what it's going to contain, this is what it's going to do. Hint, hint, it should probably have some shiny Pokemon in it. So what's interesting is that up till now, we have yet to see that particular rumor or that particular confirmation come out and let us know, hey, we're expecting the new ultra shiny Hidden Fates of Doom set, or whatever they're going to call it. Now, the fact that the collection contains a V-Star, V-Max, and V-Star card, the author of this article notes, the three main mechanics of the era, could indicate this is a general collection celebrating the entire Sword and Shield era set. Since Scarlet and Violet are right around the corner, it could be a celebratory send-off product. Now that's interesting that they note that, because they're absolutely right. The Sword and Shield era is scheduled to end by probably December of this year, and so while you'll still see products out and about and available for sale, it's definitely going to be a situation where they will no longer be making new Sword and Shield era sets. Probably at the turn of the year, probably in February by the latest, we should be getting our first look and our first official set from the Scarlet and Violet era, which means, and this is important, if they were going to give us a special set, like a Hidden Fates, but for Sword and Shield, it would have to be between now and the end of the year. So keep that in mind, because I actually have an additional theory about this particular box. I think that the collection that features these 3 cards, I think these 3 cards will all be shiny, and then I also believe that we're going to get a kind of more official Shining Fates. So whereas Shining Fates came out a little, in my opinion, prematurely for the Sword and Shield era, meaning the only things you could really get out of it were the Darkness Ablaze, Charizard, and then, you know, some other random cards here and there, they now have, can you imagine this, all of the evolutions from Evolving Skies, the Pikachu from Vivid Voltage, and a whole bunch of other cards that they could make shiny and they could make gold. So it is my personal belief that we are going to get that set. It just seems like a silly reason to not do it, but I can imagine alternate art shiny cards, and I can imagine the internet literally breaking the day that is announced. It is my theory then that we are likely to get those cards in a special set that we will be seeing this fall. And again, the only reason I would think it would be this fall, even though there haven't been rumors of it yet, is because it doesn't make sense to wait till next year to release them, given that you don't want to take thunder away from Scarlet and Violet by making your fan base kind of switch back and forth. It just doesn't seem logical to me. So, that's what that is. Very interesting. And of course, the new V-Box literally gets 1 sentence in this entire article, so yeah, pause the video and read it if you want. But moving on, literally yesterday now, you now get news that the Sword and Shield collection, by the way, this hyperlink is the first article, will feature Charizard. So yes, you did reveal the collection last month, and then I actually have product images. So as you can see on screen, this is what it's going to look like. So, couple things to note. The collection is going to release October 28th for $119. It will come with, and is not limited to, 3 etched foil promo cards. So that's pretty nice. And again, now we have confirmation that it will be a Charizard V, a VMAX, and a V-Star, effectively the 3 main mechanics from the Sword and Shield era. Now, how sick would it be that if it's not the regular V or one of the Vs from the Sword and Shield era, but the alternate art version of that card? To my knowledge, there is no VMAX shiny card. Or rather, there is a VMAX shiny card. We got that card in Shining Fates. So, in theory, there is no alternate art version of this card. So it's likely that this might be a gold card. And then I wonder if this is going to be shiny or gold. And then I wonder if this is going to be shiny or gold, because it could be either or. We already know there is a separate box with rumors swirling about a shiny Charizard and a shiny Rayquaza, which again makes me think there's a very high probability we will be seeing one more shiny set for the Sword and Shield era. And then of course, recap, you know, now they just kind of add on featuring Gigantamax Charizard to each and every single one of the things, because that's literally how this is going to go. So get this. Presumably, the 3 Charizard cards are alternate art versions that will come from Japanese V-Star Universe, which releases in Japan this December. We already know that we're getting alternate art versions of other V-Star Pokemon from that set, such as in our V-Star Premium collections for Origin Form Dialga and Palkia and Hisui and Zoroark. So that set hasn't been revealed yet. And then there's also an Arceus V-Star UPC coming out sometime in the future. So, some interesting developments from this particular article. The main one is that the V-Star Universe set is releasing in December in Japan, which now leads me to believe that we might get this set in January, maybe February. And this V-Star Universe set, I have a feeling, is going to be great. It now has a really nice set of cards and sets to look back on, given that it came later in the Sword and Shield era. So really the only thing that I can think is that you're probably going to want to released this in like February for the United States and the other English-speaking countries, but the problem with that is that either they have to kind of delay the Scarlet and Violet era, or they have to release Scarlet and Violet base and then drop the new set, which I'm not the biggest fan of, because in my head it kind of means we're flipping back and forth between generations. But honestly, either way, people are going to love it, especially if my theory is correct and we're going to start seeing shiny alternate arts and things of the sort. I have a feeling people will go absolutely nuts for that set either way, so it really won't matter at the end of the day. Finally but not least is a quick one. This one is the 20 plus Lost Origin cards that have been revealed, and again, this post literally came out yesterday. So for this one, I'm going to go pretty quickly because there's honestly not that many. As you can see, there are 196 cards in the official set, not including secret rares. And yes, there is a trainer gallery, so there is that as well. Here is a Kingdra, here is a Rotom. Interestingly enough, here is a Radiant Gardevoir. So I love the fact that they're, still going with the Radiant motif. And I like that they're kind of spreading the love a little bit, because as many of us know, some of the more frequent offenders are the very popular Pokemon. So it's nice to see Gardevoir get some love. I do know it's a popular Pokemon, obviously, but it's nice to know that, hey, at least there's some other Pokemon out there getting the Radiant treatment. You got a Zoroark, a Aerodactyl, which I'm a big fan of. Huge fan of the Aerodactyls. I don't know why, but here we are. Here is the star of Lost Origin, Giratina. So where some of the other sets were definitely more focused in on Dialga and Palkia, this is Giratina's set officially. I would care to argue. You've got the Goodra. You've got the Hisuian Goodra V-Star. You've got, this is a favorite card of mine. It's a very white card. I love the contrast of the white and the red. It's a very good looking card. Here we have another random trainer card. And then we start getting into the full arts. So here's your first look at the Hisuian Electrode V. Here's a full art Hisuian Goodra V. Here's a Volo. So this is actually the last card in the set, 196 of 196. No spoilers, but this character is so cool. So definitely recommend playing Pokemon Legends Arceus if you haven't already. And then we do finally, thankfully, get a look at some of the trainer gallery cards. So like any other set, there are officially 30 cards in the trainer gallery. If you know, you know, but those Parasects and those Parases, oh boy, they are a pain in the neck. You've got Glurak, which is going to be Charizard. Obviously, this card is in German, but this is just the third card from the set. You've got Chandelure. You've got Snorlax chilling in the town square, eating some food. So if you've played any of the games recently, you'll notice that they're taking a significant amount of inspiration from the games. Literally, some of these scenes are like basically copy-paste pictures of more or less what happens in the game, which is really cool if you think about it. You've got the Sense of Scorch, so again, taking direct inspiration from the leaders. You've got a Gallade, and then the final card is a Nessa, so waifu collectors rejoice. So, with all that said, that is where we are at, friends. It looks to be a very busy fall for Pokemon. Of course, it's not always fun, because I have noticed that Pokemon card prices are slowly trickling upwards at your normal, regular retailers. I think part of the reason for that is inflation, and so they're trying to make some extra profit where they can. But I do want to let you guys know that I do keep an eye out on a variety of Twitter accounts that track prices and things of the sort, and you can get Lost Origins for very much under MSRP if you order online. So what I would usually recommend is, unless you're really wanting to pick something up at like a Target or a Walmart, I would definitely just order online. It saves you oftentimes 20, 30, maybe even 40% off MSRP prices, and you can usually get a bunch if you want. So there are benefits to doing that way as well. But with all that said, friends, let me know your thoughts on the new Ultra Premium collection. I'm super interested in it, and I want to see how it how it comes out and how it releases. Obviously the Celebrations one was a mess, and I'm hoping that the same way they've been printing things like ETBs is the same way they're going to print this UPC, so that people can actually buy this thing in stores and people aren't just going to hoard it and keep it away for themselves. But with all that said, friends, thanks again for checking out another video. I appreciate you stopping by, and if you liked today's video, definitely feel free to leave a like, and hey, you're already here, you watched the video all the way through, you should hit that subscribe button. It's the easiest and the most effective way to support the channel, as well as let me know to continue to make content like this. But with all that said, friends, I appreciate your time. Thank you again as always, and we will talk soon. Peace!